This is episode 79 of Tombstone TV, and this is your opening contest. Folks, we have 4 singles matches for you tonight. And introducing first in this one, the Platinum Kid. On your left here, the Platinum Kid is representing the team of the Platinum Kings, and he is alongside his tag team partner, his mentor, and his stepfather, Mr. Carlos Reyes. And the Platinum Kid seems to be hated in this part of town. Folks, we are on the path to fight at the Opera 3. And I really hope you can join us there for that. Live to tape on YouTube. The Platinum Kid making his way to the ring here for his 23rd ranked singles matchup with 6 wins and 16 losses. We're looking to determine a new number 1 contender for the light heavyweight championship, folks. We're going to have 4 first round matches here tonight. Next week we're going to have the semifinals and the finals on the exact same show. Who is the Platinum Kid's opponent going to be here tonight, folks? I know that music. I know it very, very well. It's the team of Cara de los Muertes on your left, Cara del Diablo. But the Platinum Kid's opponent here for tonight, folks, Cara de Miedo. Making his way to the ring for his 9th ranked singles matchup with 3 wins and 5 losses. De Miedo versus the Platinum Kid. It's sure to be a banger. I'm pumped for this one, folks. Mixed reactions here from the crowd. Ahead of this one, De Miedo, Platinum Kid, both looking to challenge beautiful Bruno Bravo for that light heavyweight championship at Fight at the Opera 3. And look at Cara de los Muertes. Platinum Kid looks ready. De Miedo looks ready. Referee rings the bell and this matchup starts off. And look at De Miedo kick out the gates and the side leg sweep, taking down his opponent. Folks, Saturday 15th of February, put that date in your calendars. We're going to have Fight at the Opera 3. And you may have already noticed, folks, that in recent weeks we started re-airing old episodes of Tombstone TV on Thursdays and on Saturdays. Oh my god, look at this. Running power bomb for the Platinum Kid. The Platinum power bomb, and he took it down. Folks, every Tuesday night you get a new episode of Tombstone TV. After every 4 episodes of Tombstone TV, you get a free premium event. And folks, also, we have started airing old episodes of Tombstone TV and old pay-per-view events on Thursdays and Saturdays. And what's Miedo doing? He missed that moonsault, then both men missing kicks here, putting their bodies on the line for the light heavyweight championship opportunity. And you know the beautiful Bruno Bravo is watching this one backstage. And folks, he is in a matchup of his own tonight. And what the devil? Cara del Diablo just went under the ring and has pulled out a sledgehammer and slid that into the ring here. The referee now, sledgehammer in their clutches, dropping it center of the ring, and my god, Miedo just tossing the Platinum Kid over the top of his head just like that. And now the referee again, this time throwing that sledge over the top rope and it's out of the floor. And a shoot, Hurricane Rana. The Platinum Kid just took Miedo down. And we've got the cover here, folks. We got the 1, 2, and Miedo with the shoulder getting flat. What am I trying to say? Miedo getting his shoulders off the flat of that mat. And he's fighting out of the corner here. Miedo scooping up the Platinum Kid. And dropping him throat first across that top rope. And now the Devil is up on the apron. Distractions. What's he looking for? He's pulled away that top turnbuckle pad. The Devil breaking the rules. And look at this. The Platinum Kid launching Miedo over the top rope. And I think he caught that sledge on the way down. And now Miedo talking trash here to Carlos Reyes on the outside. The Dynamic Cam watching on as the Platinum Kid climbing to the top rope, egging Miedo on. Miedo sneaking up behind with a full run shot to the back, and the Platinum Kid gets dropped. Platinum Kid now with the cover. Miedo with the cover to the Platinum Kid, who kicks out before the count of one. And look at that for a drop kick to the knee. Who does that? That is ridiculous. The Platinum Kid has turned his fortunes round, and while he is pummeling away at the face here of Cara de Miedo, I'm going to take a sip of my black coffee. Gosh, look at these knee strikes here from the Platinum Kid. And the ring presence to drag Miedo away from the ropes. As Carlos Reyes is, oh my God, he told the kid, lock it in, go for the sharpshooter. And the Platinum Kid is locked in the sharpshooter. He learned this one from his stepfather. Carlos Reyes, special maneuver. The sharpshooter. And the kid now launching Miedo away and goes for that shoot hurricane runner one more time, but Miedo caught it and turned it into a power bomb. Miedo driving the knee of the Platinum Kid flat down into the mat. What a maneuver. And now the kid kicking low onto Miedo, locking up and whips him into that far corner. And mamma mia, what a splash into the corner. Chest first with Miedo into the exposed turnbuckle. And Diablo's plan to expose the turnbuckle for Miedo's use backfired. The Platinum Kid saw the exposed turnbuckle and launched his opponent chest first into it. Miedo was sent crashing into that exposed turnbuckle, and that was enough. The Platinum Kid is victorious, and he moves on to next week's show. Miedo losing in his 9th singles matchup, folks. With 3 more singles bouts in the quarterfinals to determine the number 1 contender for the light heavyweight championship. Don't go anywhere. There are 3 more matches coming up right here next. Tombstone TV, episode 79 continues, folks. We're on to our 2nd matchup of the night, and we're looking to determine a new number 1 contender for the light heavyweight championship. And introducing first in this bout, he's a former light heavyweight champion, former tag team champion, and a former internet champion. The only man in CWS to have held 3 different championships here. A hugely decorated virtual wrestler. This is Dudley Bai. And Dudley Bai would love to join the Platinum Kid on next week's show for the semi-finals as we look to determine a new number 1 contender for the men's light heavyweight championship. Who's going to be challenging beautiful Bruno Bravo at Fight at the Opera 3. And folks, who's Dudley's opponent going to be here tonight? I've been promised it's something huge, folks. What's that? I don't know that music. But, my God, ladies and gentlemen, that's Wild Tiger. At the front, that's Will Richards taking up the rear. The Wildcat Kitty Richards, and folks, dead center. It's so good to see him home. Does this mean that they're out of the studio? Is this their newest music? Is this one of their newest songs? I'm being told this is called Wild Tiger Return, and folks, it's the return of Sweet Kenny Campbell. He looks great. He looks like he's lost weight. Sweet Kenny Campbell making his return to Championship Wrestling Series and to Tombstone TV. Will Richards and the Wildcat Kitty Richards. We've seen a lot of them recently, but folks, Sweet Kenny Campbell has made his way back. And folks, if you don't know Sweet Kenny Campbell, he's got a record of 1 win and 4 losses here in ranked singles action in CWS. He's the frontman, the lead singer of the rock and roll band known as Wild Tiger. Folks, does that mean that Nick Sparks might be on his way back? He is the drummer of the band. Obviously, the Wildcat Kitty Richards, the lead guitarist and the bassist in the band, is her husband, Will Richards, the former Intercontinental Champion. And folks, the referee rings the bell, and Dudley couldn't possibly have prepared for this. We thought that Wild Tiger was still in the studio. And look at that. It looks like Sweet Kenny Campbell hasn't missed a step. The leg drop across the neck, and Sweet Kenny Campbell celebrating. And look, oh my goodness, ever the showman. Sweet Kenny Campbell leaps into the air and slaps Dudley with his foot to the face. And Sweet Kenny Campbell launching from the ropes. My goodness, he springboards back and catches Dudley round the head and drives him face first into the floor. What a DDT from Sweet Kenny. And the chokehold being applied, and my goodness, Dudley escapes. Dudley escapes the hold, and Dudley goes under, and he's wrapped him up. Dudley with the sleeper hold variation applied, and he's pulled him down into the front face lock, and my goodness, Dudley's foot is technically under the ropes. The referee should have broken that as Sweet Kenny Campbell bites back with some elbows to the face and a clothesline taking Dudley down. Sweet Kenny Campbell, folks, I can't get over that tune. What a lovely song, great lyrics as ever. The poet, Sweet Kenny Campbell, knows what works for the band Wild Tiger, and he sticks with it, folks. I have been promised new music. A new album has been teased. As Sweet Kenny Campbell gets dropped and rocked here by Dudley Bye, who scoops him up, and look at that for a snap suplex from the former multi-champion Dudley. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that, and over the top Uranagi, and Sweet Kenny Campbell hasn't taken a bump like that in a minute. Dudley has them all wrapped up, tied up, and nowhere to go, driving the arm of Sweet Kenny Campbell into the mat. And Dudley Bye locking up with Sweet Kenny Campbell, and what's he going for? Another snap suplex, and outside in the ring, Wild Tiger watching on. Hey, Wild Tiger, could we get an interview with you guys? And what's Dudley? Dudley stepping up, and of course, square to the outside, and Sweet Kenny Campbell got clipped by all of that one in the Tombstone TV fans in the Graveyard Arena. The Tombstoner is watching on as Sweet Kenny Campbell fights his way back, and what's he looking for here? The Unpretty Him! My goodness gracious, I think he just burst Dudley open, and then dropping the knee across the back. The Unpretty Him. He just connected with that vicious maneuver, taking Dudley flat down to the mat, and Sweet Kenny Campbell's looking strong, tossing Dudley back into the ring. And where'd that kendo stick come from? Sweet Kenny Campbell now off the back of the effective Unpretty Him, and Dudley bleeding from the face, and my gosh, and he kicked out. Can you believe it? Sweet Kenny Campbell sure can't. Will Richards thought this was a done thing, and a super kick to the midsection, and he's looking for, he called for the Dad Axe kick, but Dudley caught the leg on Dad Axe kick, and Dudley reversed it. Dudley's connected, wrapped him up, special apply, and he's folded Sweet Kenny Campbell up. Welcome back to Tombstone TV. Kenny Campbell kicks out. Sweet Kenny Campbell kicks out, and Dudley goes for that top rope moonsault, and he couldn't get it. Dropping the elbow much safer across the back instead. Dudley now stalking Sweet Kenny Campbell, and Will Richards climbing up onto the apron, and Will going for the turnbuckle. Pat, folks, we saw this very similar to what happened earlier tonight with Miedo and Cara del Diablo. I hope Sweet Kenny Campbell can learn from the mistakes of Cara de los Muertes. And from the top, Dudley 450 splash, and that's gotta be it. That has to be it, surely. 1, 2, 3. It was academic at that point. Sweet Kenny Campbell, welcome back to Tombstone TV. But tonight was Dudley's night, and he would not be denied. Dudley moves forward, and Sweet Kenny Campbell picks up another loss here, shaking off some of that ring rust. He did look fantastic for flurries of this one, and that Unpretty Him, I've never seen him connect that one before, at least I don't think. Folks, massive. Could that be a new finish? If that had landed in the ring, there's a good chance that Sweet Kenny Campbell would have picked up the victory off of that maneuver alone. But he lost so much time having to get Dudley back into the ring. Maybe Ring awareness and ring rust needs to be shook off here for sweet Kenny Campbell. Either way, big victory there for Dudley Bye, who moves on to next week's show to the semi-finals of our tournament. Welcome back, Wild Tiger. I love the new song and I hope to hear more of it going forward. Folks, don't go anywhere. We've got 2 more light heavyweight qualifiers coming up right here next on Tombstone TV. And our third matchup here tonight, folks, is another quarter-final matchup. 2 more combatants will face off against each other as they look to fight again next week. This light heavyweight championship is quite the prize. And folks, look at this. The former champion is here. We saw him in action 2 weeks ago on Tombstone TV, looking to qualify for the heavyweight championship contenders matchup, folks, but he was unsuccessful in that bout. Moonbeam Originales defeating him in singles action. Prince Toro is here, folks. Prince Toro with 10 wins and 9 losses, former light heavyweight champion. He lost the title to beautiful Bruno Bravo in his first defense of that. This is his 20th ranked singles matchup. It's been known to be a cursed matchup, your 20th singles bout. Will he be successful here tonight, or will the member of Los Besties Locas fall victim to that curse? And his opponent here, folks, I know that music anywhere. It's Abe Jefferson, the United States sensation. He calls himself one of the founding fathers of simulated shoot combat, puts himself on the Mount Rushmore of virtual wrestlers. Abe Jefferson making his way to the ring here, folks. This guy had a fantastic start here in CWS, but it's kind of gone downhill since. Abe Jefferson with 1 win and 9 losses. This is his 11th ranked singles matchup. If he can connect with his big finish move, he doesn't hit it often, but the USAA, fantastic maneuver, great name for a maneuver. Jefferson has been struggling in recent weeks and months here at CWS. He has set out the plea to his friends back home. He wants the rest of that group, the founding fathers, he wants them to come out, fly over to Ireland here, CWS, big splash in the corner, and have his back and help him gain momentum on his path to greatness. Jefferson, in my opinion, needs all the help he can get. He's tying up Prince Toro in the ropes. And Jefferson whipping Toro off the ropes, and that big back elbow taking down the former champion. Knee across the face here, and Jefferson is in control in the early stages of this bout. Showing off his athleticism here, but we know you're athletic. We just don't know that you're the most winning guy. Prove that you can win some matches. Both of these men with 9 losses here in CWS. Which one will be picking up their 10th loss here in ranked singles action tonight? The difference is Jefferson's got 1 win and Toro's got 10. 1, 2, and Prince Toro manages to kick out, and the referee signals to the fans in attendance that that was only a 2 count here as Jefferson drags the face of Toro into the mat and drops an elbow across his back. And Jefferson now clubbing away at the head of Toro. What a maneuver. And dropping the elbow across the midsection here, and Toro's in a bad way. Maybe he hasn't truly recovered off the back of the loss to beautiful Bruno Bravo at the Stadium Royale 2025, or maybe he hasn't recovered from the loss to Moonbeam Originales on Tombstone TV just a few weeks ago. But he's dropped and thrown first across the rope here, and my goodness gracious me, folks. Toro with that vicious knee to the face, and I think he clipped Jefferson. And that DDT not allowing Jefferson to get back up and into this one. Prince Toro taunting here, but he walked right into a chop and a series of blows. And a big scoop up and a side slam by Abe Jefferson. Jefferson now with the cover. We got the 1, not even a 1 count here. My goodness, can you believe it? Jefferson scoops him up and slams him down, and off the ropes he goes. Leg drop. He hit him with the United States powered leg drop. The United State of that leg drop. And my God, Toro with the big back elbow. Kick to the midsection. The running knee. And he's got the cover. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Jefferson getting the shoulder up off the mat, up at that knee. And Toro climbing to the top. What's Toro looking for? The top rope knee drop. My goodness. Who the hell is that? My God, Toro with the cover. 1, 2. And Jefferson kicking out again. A knee from the top rope to the top of the head. That could bust an eye socket. Could break a skull. And Toro whipping Jefferson around in a knee to the midsection. And I think Prince Toro knows what he's got to do. He's got to connect with that spear and cut Jefferson in two. My goodness. Driving the forearm into the face. And the cover, that gauntlet driven into the face here at Jefferson, and that might be it, folks. Nothing pretty about it. Prince Toro picking up the victory here tonight. There's no curse on him. 11 wins, 9 losses for Prince Toro. And folks, the champion, beautiful Bruno Bravo's making his way out to the ringside area. And look at that glorious championship over his shoulder. He subbed out that strap. Previously a generic black strap, but my goodness, look at that. Is that velour? Ooh, how beautiful. And beautiful Bruno Bravo holding the title up in front of Prince Toro, teasing him, taunting him, showing him what he lost, what he's fighting for again. And Toro says, that's mine. Folks, don't go anywhere. We've got 2 more men facing off in another quarter-final matchup. Matchup 4 coming up right here next in Tombstone TV. Our 4th matchup here, and it's our final quarter-final to determine a new number 1 contender for the Light Heavyweight Championship. And folks, I know that music. Introducing first in this bout, Ultimo Thunder. One of the original roster members here in CWS with 7 wins and 14 losses. Ultimo Thunder makes his way into the ring here for his 22nd ranked singles matchup. Ultimo Thunder would love to challenge beautiful Bruno Bravo for that light heavyweight championship, but folks, it seems to me that maybe beautiful Bruno Bravo has his eyes solely on Prince Toro. We saw that hinted at moments ago when Prince Toro picked up a victory against Abraham Jefferson, and after the match, beautiful Bruno Bravo sauntered down to the ring with the title over his shoulder and waved it in the face of Prince Toro, showing us that new prize. But folks, beautiful Bruno Bravo has a match tonight. In fact, it's the next match after this one. Surely he should be focused on his opponent. He's handpicked his opponent as well. Disrespectful of them that he's offering himself distractions. But folks, Ultimo Thunder's opponent for the night making his way to the ring right now for his 12th ranked singles matchup. My goodness. Look at that for Pyro as Jacques Hammer, the half French, half German, the European sensation Jacques Hammer. He's one half the team Hammer and Nails, making his way to the ring here. 3 wins and 8 losses. You know that Jacques Hammer would love to challenge beautiful Bruno Bravo for that light heavyweight championship. Jacques has been out of title contention opportunities for a bit. He was looking for those tag team titles with his partner Fabian Nils recently. But folks, we know that he's without an opportunity at those titles this month. In fact, folks, later on tonight in the semi-main event, we're going to have the team of the Twin Castles taking on Bad Manners in a Fight at the Opera 1 rematch, folks. Winner of that goes to Fight at the Opera 3 to face our current tag team champions for those tag team titles. Which team is going to be taking on Las Bestias Locas Zone, Pantera Roados, and Loco Lobo Azul? Who is it gonna be, folks? And Jacques Hammer just turned Ultimo inside out. I'd cover him off of that one alone. Jacques Hammer with that hammer blow across the top of the chest here below the throat of Ultimo Thunder, and Thunder's getting absolutely manhandled, it seems. Jacques slamming the head off the mat, and folks, at this moment, oh my God, the athleticism. I was going to say at this moment it's all Jacques Hammer, but as I did it, the curse of the commentator struck, and my goodness, Ultimo Thunder turned the fight around, folks. We are CWS We are Tombstone TV, and Fight at the Opera 3 is coming up on Saturday the 15th of February. If you want to celebrate Valentine's Day a little late, folks, I can't think of a better way to celebrate by spending it with us at Championship Wrestling Series, where wrestling is all fun and games, where the best virtual wrestlers virtually wrestle. It's where the big boys in virtual wrestling play with each other. But by play, I mean they wrestle. And look at that, we got the cover here. Shockhammer with the cover, and Ultimo Thunder kicks out at 1. If he was just regular Thunder, he might have been susceptible to that loss. But Ultimo Thunder, no way. Shockhammer eats a few gut punches here from Ultimo, and some right hands here from Shock as some clubbering big back blows. Thunder gets taken down, he's rocked and dropped, and Thunder kick and hammer off. What a maneuver. Thunder now whipping Shock off the ropes and over the top and outside of the floor. The strength of Ultimo Thunder. I mean, he's given up quite a few pounds to Shockhammer, who is all lean muscle. And he ducked it, and a big punch to the top of the face. My goodness. Bouncing the face of Thunder off that apron. And folks, we all know that the virtual apron is the hardest part of the virtual wrestling ring. The Tombstoners in attendance loving what they're seeing here tonight on Tombstone TV. The referee counting both of these men out right now, and the referee's count is up to 5. Thanks, ref. That seemed a little slow. Shockhammer now getting back into the ring, and Thunder's taking a moment on the outside. He's taking a breather. Is Shockhammer going to do something deadly? What are you doing, Shock? From the top, double axe handles. The double hammer axe handles to the top of the head, and the referee's had to reset his count. But Shockhammer, my goodness gracious me, he just ended the days of Ultimo Thunder. And now, oh my God, Thunder rolls through on adrenaline. And I don't know, maybe he had his Weetabix this morning. There are other breakfast cereals obviously available. This is not a paid ad for Weetabix. Ultimo Thunder now with that chokehold applied, and Shockhammer fighting out of it. And my goodness, Shockhammer, Ultimo Thunder putting on a heck of a match here, folks. I didn't know how well these two would gel as opponents, as foes. But now as I see them go nose to nose and toe to toe, it's a fantastic matchup here in Championship Wrestling Series. Shockhammer tossing Thunder back into the ring, and now he's giving chase. Do you think the Thunder thinks he has him? He thinks he's got him, folks. We've got the cover. 1, 2, and Ultimo Thunder kicks out. And folks, to be honest, if Ultimo Thunder had been defeated by that, it would have been very disappointing for Thunder's ego, considering he was so much time to recoup and regroup. But Shockhammer now, man, handling Ultimo Thunder, slamming him down and flattening him. And Shock, oh, is he looking for the famous top rope splash, perhaps? From the top, the hammer splash. That hammer fell, and 1, 2, 3. Shockhammer does it. He picks up victory, folks. And would you believe it? Of course, these two would come back together, folks. Next week, I can't tell you, on Tombstone TV, Shockhammer will be facing the Platinum Kid. Of course he will. These two have had many bouts since they've come together in CWS. It's going to be Shockhammer with 4 wins and 8 losses, challenging the Platinum Kid with 7 wins, 16 losses. Winner of that will go to wrestle again in the number 1 contenders match later on in the night. And folks, of course, that means that Dudley Bai will be heading into his 23rd ranked singles matchup in CWS as he challenges against Prince Toro in what's going to be his 21st ranked singles matchup. Winner of that will go on to wrestle again, folks, to determine a new number 1 contender for the Light Heavyweight Championship. We know what the beautiful Bruno Bravo thinks, or at least wants it to be Prince Toro, but who will it be? You'll have to find out next week, folks. And speaking of beautiful Bruno Bravo, he is going to be here in our next matchup. He is, after issuing a challenge, folks. Management's told him you can pick anyone from the back. Who do you want to defend your championship against? And folks, he's handpicked his opponent. Who is it gonna be? Find out with me next, folks. And of course, don't forget, in the main event tonight, we've got the Twin Castles taking on Bad Manners in the number 1 contenders match for the men's tag team championships. And then lastly, in the main event tonight, folks, Contenders 18, where we will determine number 1 contenders for the heavyweight world's championship. Folks, who is going to fight at the Opera 3? Who is taking on Hiro Satoshi in his first title defense? Find out with me, folks. This is an action-packed episode of Tombstone TV. Don't go anywhere as Tombstone TV continues. Welcome back to matchup 5 here of Tombstone TV episode 79, and introducing first in this singles bout set for one fall, the current light heavyweight champion here at CWS, beautiful Bruno Bravo. With a record of 6 wins, 11 losses, this is his 18th ranked singles matchup, folks, and he's got to handpick his opponent for the night. But first, let's talk about that beautiful championship around his waist. For the longest time, beautiful Bruno Bravo had said he kept his midriff exposed to highlight the absence of gold, but now he's got that purple and gold velour strap around the waist and that silver-plated championship. It looks absolutely stunning, hun. Around the waist of beautiful Bruno Bravo. He's managed to convince management to allow him to handpick an opponent here tonight, folks, but there's a condition on it. He promises he wanted to pick a friend from the back who's been neglected by management, in his opinion. Offer them an opportunity at a singles matchup, and if they can defeat the champion here tonight, they will be added to the light heavyweight championship matchup at Fight at the Opera 3, where beautiful Bruno Bravo is destined to go up against the winner of the number 1 contenders matchup next week on Tombstone TV episode 80. If his opponent here tonight picks up the victory, folks, they'll be added. It'll become a triple threat. And folks, I know the music, I know the man, with a record of 1 win and 9 losses here in CWS, an original roster member, and what a hell of a choice here the beautiful Bruno Bravo has made. Representing the Cosmic Alliance, this is the Starshine Kid, and the Starshine Kid would absolutely love to defeat the champion here tonight and add his name to a singles match at Fight at the Opera 3. If the Starshine Kid can defeat beautiful Bruno Bravo, it will be a triple threat matchup, folks. You'd think that the guys in the light heavyweight number 1 contenders tournament would be furious at management's decision here that they have to wrestle 3 times to qualify. The Starshine Kid walks into this bout because he's friends with beautiful Bruno Bravo, and the referee rings the bell, and this thing starts off with the Starshine Kid with a leaping knee to the face of beautiful Bruno Bravo. Another Starshine Kid with some low kicks here, and you don't know which way he's coming or going. A leaping kick to the face here, beautiful Bruno Bravo, and the Starshine Kid makes the cover. We've got a 1, 2. The beautiful Bruno Bravo is forced to kick out at the count of 2 here, the Starshine Kid. Good friend of beautiful Bruno Bravo goes for that springboard crossbody attack, and he missed it. I think Bruno sidestepped slightly, and the calculations were off. Bruno now in control of the Starshine Kid. You know, the Cosmic Alliance are watching this one on from the back. Not to mention the Cosmic Alliance where Prince Toro probably is too. And that beautiful dive to the outside, and beautiful Bruno Bravo taking down the Starshine Kid, putting his body on the line here. They say in virtual wrestling, you hit your virtual friends the hardest. These guys are pulling no punches here on Tombstone TV. Beautiful Bruno Bravo is stomping out to the head here, the Starshine Kid, and he goes to drop the knee into the back. Stomp across the back again, and the Kid rolls out of the way, making his way back into the ring. And the Starshine Kid locks up with Bruno. Forearm shot at the back, whips him off the ropes and leaps in the air. What a maneuver! Connects and drives the knee into the point of the nose here. The Kid kicking low, kicking high again, and a spin and heel kick, and the Starshine Kid has the champion right where he wants him. Leaps up on a big back breaker to beautiful Bruno Bravo, and a leaping forearm drop across the chest here, and beautiful Bruno Bravo is in a bad way. The taunting Here, the taunting of the fans and of the champ here. And Bruno leaping up and he's taking him down. Look at that with the rolling crucifix. Bruno now dragging the Starshine Kid over to the top turnbuckle and bouncing his head off of that turnbuckle post. Bruno now sliding to the outside. What's he looking for here? No, not like this. No, not to your own friend, Bruno. Crossing the legs up and he's locking him up in a figure 4 on the steps here, folks. Look at this. Bruno, we've known in the past to use that sharpshooter maneuver as a finish to wrap the legs around the post like that. Veteran instincts here. A beautiful Bruno Bravo. And folks, you might think veteran, but they're so young. These guys are both with CWS for a very, very long time, folks. Pretty much with us since its inception. Still both very young in their virtual wrestling careers. Bruno turning his back to the challenger here, and the referee counting up to the count of 5. Remember, folks, if you're outside the ring, the referee gets to 10, you'll be counted out. Bruno to the top, and from the top, the elbow drop connects to the top of the skull. And now that Bruno's left the ring as well, folks, that count's going to have to start again. And Bruno locking in a chokehold here, but Starshine Kid escapes it. And he lifts Bruno onto his shoulders, and the Starshine Kid absolutely leveling beautiful Bruno Bravo on the outside like that, driving him face first into those thin virtual pads to protect our virtual wrestlers from that virtual concrete below. And we watch on as the Starshine Kid bounces the head of beautiful Bruno Bravo off that apron. We all know the apron is the hardest part of the virtual wrestling ring as well. Starshine Kid now getting back into the ring, giving chase to beautiful Bruno Bravo, who locks up with the Kid. He's got him up, looking for that beautiful driver, but my God, no. A reverse bulldog of sorts, and the Starshine Kid driving beautiful Bruno Bravo down to the mat in 2. And a kick out at tip. Beautiful Bruno Bravo is still alive in this fight, and he's rolled to the outside, and a step up front flip. The Starshine Kid does not connect because Bravo was playing possum. A Starshine Kid hit the second rope. Bruno got back in, and another beautiful dive to the outside, and beautiful Bruno Bravo showing the Starshine Kid how it's done. Starshine Kid now getting equipped back into the ring one more time, and beautiful Bruno Bravo now getting back into the ring, flipping the Kid over, and my God, the damage must be done. We've got the 1, 2, 3. The Starshine Kid front flipping over the top rope, hoping to pick up the victory, and he couldn't do it. Bruno now launching the Kid out of the ring. He says, "Get out of my ring, folks. I'm the champ. Your opportunity is done." What a show we've had for you tonight, folks, and you've made it all the way to the semi-main event. The tag team number 1 contenders will be decided in this bout, folks. And here they come, the inaugural CWS Men's Tag Team Champions of the World, Theon and Tyrion Castle, the Twin Castles. And folks, the winner of this bout will go to face Los Bestias Locas at Fight at the Opera 3 on February 15th, folks. It's a huge opportunity, and what I love about this is the connection these guys seem to have with Fight at the Opera as an event. The Twin Castles defended those tag team championships. They actually lost those tag team championships that night at Fight at the Opera 1, folks, when they went up against Bad Manners. And folks, Bad Manners are the opponents that they'll face here again tonight. So you'd think Bad Manners might have the advantage here tonight, folks. Of course, at Fight at the Opera 2, it was the Cosmic Alliance. Moonbeam Jr. and Moonbeam Originales taking on the team of Big and Tall for their tag team titles in a cage matchup. But folks, Fight at the Opera 1, Bad Manners dethroned the inaugural champions, the Twin Castles, and became the champions. And folks, if either of these teams pick up a victory here tonight, they will challenge Los Bestias Locas for the titles with the opportunity to become 2-time champs themselves. It is a huge opportunity, and I love the connection that they have to the event. Ladies and gentlemen, here come Bruce and Wayne Manor, the team of Bad Manners. Of course, Wayne Manor in the face covering, Bruce in the mask. These guys making their way to the ring. Both of these teams are former tag team champions. Neither of the 4 men in this bout have held a singles championship here in CWS. Predominantly tag team wrestlers, all 4 of them. The Castles with 7 wins, 12 losses. This is their 20th ranked singles matchup. And of course, folks, Bad Manners with 10 wins, 12 losses. The 23rd tag team ranked matchup. And folks, 12 losses apiece. Bad Manners and the Castles go toe to toe and nose to nose and blow for blow again. And folks, winner of this is going to fight at the upper 3. Wayne now whipping Theon into the corner and follows it up with a big clothesline. And a cover already, come on. Wayne absolutely taking the proverbial with that one, folks. Folks, next week's show is sure to be stacked here. We know we're going to see the Platinum Kid take on Jacques Hammer in a semi-final matchup. We know that we're going to see Dudley Bai take on Prince Toro as well, folks. And look at the springboard DDT connects, and Bruce taking down Theon Castle. And folks, the winners of both of those matches will face off against each other later on in the night as well. I have been told that provided travel works, Totally Not Mark will be in action next week. And folks, there's a rumor going around he's going to be in a tag team matchup. That's going to be very, very interesting. Surely whoever he faces next week is going to be Garen Noon, or at least have ties to him after the attacks and assaults we saw last week on episode 78 of Tombstone TV. Totally Not Mark attacked viciously after his matchup with Chase Money by Garen with the kendo stick, and then later on in the night, folks, Totally Not Mark and Garen came down to a brawl on the rampway. Surely that's not done. We saw them face off against each other for the Internet Championship at Stadium Royale 2025. And folks, will we see them go against each other again at Fight at the Opera 3? If I'm a betting man, I would say so. Theon with the cover. Now we got that one. And Bruce kicks out at 1. And folks, I have reason to believe Hiro Satoshi is going to be in action next week as well, folks, on Tombstone TV, as well as those matches. There's going to be much, much more. Be sure to tune in for episode 80 of Tombstone TV next week. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, folks. Tag team titles opportunity on the line here tonight. Thierry and Castle with a bit more to do here as Bruce manages to kick out of that pinfall attempt. And folks, after this matchup, we still have the Contenders bout, where the number 1 contender for the men's tag team titles singles championship, the heavyweight championship of the world, that's going to be determined in our main event tonight. 10 men contending against each other in an over-the-top rope elimination bout. And folks, I do believe and I do declare it is a truly unique concept in all of simulated shoot combat and real virtual wrestling. Wayne now dropping the knee across the face here of Tyrion Castle, and Tyrion's in a precarious position right now. And the arm now getting kneed by Wayne Manor. And Tyrion goes for that shoulder attack, and neither man falls down, but this flurry of blows. Tyrion Castle in total control. And that gauntlet assisted knockdown here, and another tag. And my goodness, Wayne getting in and out of the ring, doing a bit of hokey cokey. Shoulder tackle, taking his opponent flat down to the mat, and now just like that, Wayne Manor's back in control, stomping on the arm, and he makes the tag. Bruce Manor now legal. Thank you for joining us at CWS, folks. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Bruce with a front flip over the top rope and outside of the floor, taking down his opponent. We are simulated shoot combat, folks. Real virtual wrestling. And folks, in case you haven't done the maths, Fight at the Opera 3 is going to be our 20th premium pay-per-view event. Our free pay-per-view. Our free premium live-to-tape event. And folks, this is episode 79 of Tombstone TV. Next week it's episode 80 of Tombstone TV, which means our 20th pay-per-view, Fight at the Opera 3, is also going to be our 100th event. Can you believe it? That's monumental. It's huge, folks. If you know anyone that might like our simulated shoot combat or real virtual wrestling and want to get on board the hype train, help us grow our numbers. Help us find the Tombstoners. Help us find our audience. Share your videos. Like our content. Subscribe to the channels, folks. You never miss an episode. You never miss a show. 100 shows, folks. That's what we're working towards. It's what we're on the path to. And folks, if you know, 2K25 is due in a few months' time. It's expected in a few months. A big spear here from Castle, and he's got the cover. We've got Wayne running in to break it up, and folks, you know, each season of the show, it happens when a new game gets launched. So season 3 is going to happen in 2K25, and the whole world will have to be built again. We'll have to do a lot of live shows. So folks, hopefully we're going to do 100 pre-taped events. But next season there might be more live shows coming here from CWS. Tombstone TV might change nights. The schedule has not been locked in. I'll have to speak to management, see what the future Championship Wrestling Series looks like when 2K25 arrives. But until then, folks, we're going to be airing old episodes of Tombstone TV and old premium live events every Thursday and every Saturday. And folks, fresh new episodes of Tombstone TV every Tuesday night. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. The Castles do it. They pick up victory. And the team that lost the titles at Fight at the Opera 1, folks, will be challenging for those titles on the 15th of February, and in their 20th ranked tag matchup, the Castles pick up victory. And folks, you gotta think that loss stung a little for the team of Bad Manners. They were hoping to win the titles twice at Fight at the Opera. But folks, Theon, Tyrion have just booked their slot. They're going up against Los Bestias Locos, Pantera Roados, Loco Lobo Azul at Fight at the Opera 3. The Twin Castles, Los Bestias Locos. It's going to be an absolutely stacked matchup. And folks, it'll be the Castles 21st ranked tag, Los Bestias Locos 17th. Folks, don't go anywhere. The Contenders bout's coming up right here next on Tombstone TV, where we will determine a new number 1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship of the World. Don't go anywhere. It's coming up right here next. What a wild and wonderful show we've had for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You've made it to the main event of episode 79 of Tombstone TV. My name is still Bullet Van Awesome, the voice of all things Championship Wrestling Series related. And you know what that music means. It's time for our Contenders matchup. It's Contenders 18, folks. And if you've been watching Tombstone TV for the past 2 weeks, you'll know all 10 men who have qualified for this bout. And we're about to watch together and see which unlucky 2 drew the numbers 1 and 2 to start this matchup. At regular intervals, a new entrant will enter the matchup, or if at any point someone is left alone in that ring, the next entrant will be sent down early. Ladies and gentlemen, which of the following 10 men is going to become the number 1 contender for the World's Heavyweight Championship? Will it be this man right here? Former Intercontinental Champion, the Golden Ace of CWS, with 15 wins and 9 losses in ranked singles action. This is not a ranked singles match, by the way. The Golden Ace of CWS himself, this is Mr. Zachary Evans. And Zachary Evans would love to compete for the Heavyweight Championship of the World, but folks, can he go the distance? He'll have to stay in the ring and await 9 other entrants, and he'll have to be the last man to survive. And folks, no one has done that in the history of CWS. Will Zachary Evans be the man to make that history? As he starts off Contenders 18 here. And remember, folks, the winner of this bout will go to face Hiro Satoshi on the 15th of February. That's Saturday, 15th of February, at Fight at the Opera 3, where we are live to tape on premium free pay-per-view. None of that stuff makes any sense. Ladies and gentlemen, you've seen this man already tonight when he escorted his partner down to the ring. This is the bassist of Wild Tiger, the former Intercontinental Champion and the longest reigning champion in the history of CWS, no matter what title it was. 224 days this man held the Intercontinental Championship, and he has so much history here. With Zachary Evans, the Golden Ace. Ambulance matches, title matches. These guys went back and forth for months, folks, over that Intercontinental Championship, and it was Zachary Evans who dethroned Will Richards for that championship way back when. And folks, these two, they're never far apart for each other for long, are they? Referee rings the bell, and there we have it, a spinning European uppercut out the gates for Will Richards, taking down Zachary Evans in a big right hand, turns him inside out, and my goodness, what a maneuver! A European uppercut to the back of the head. Who does that? That is a nefarious move, folks. And look at Will Richards now, applying this leg lock, torquing away at the leg here of Zachary Evans. And folks, fight at the Opera. That's what it's all about. The heavyweight championship. Who's going to be challenging? Hiro Satoshi for that heavyweight championship of the world. Hiro, who picked up the victory, folks. He won his Future Shot briefcase at the Eliminator. He cashed that in at the Stadium Royale, and he was victorious in that fatal four-way ladder matchup for the championship. Hiro Satoshi is your heavyweight world champion. He is also a former light heavyweight champion, joint longest light heavyweight champion of all times. He and Dragon Noir both held that championship for 112 days. And speaking of Dragon Noir, he is the man that defeated Hiro Satoshi for the light heavyweight title. Zachary Evans has been eliminated, and Will Richards is left in the ring all alone. CWS countdown clock appears on the screen, and we've got a 3, 2, 1. Who is entering third in this one? And folks, is that? It is former Internet champion, former heavyweight champion of the world, former contender himself, Mr. Garen Noon, the man that went back and forth, returning out for the title. And Will Richards looking to eliminate him early. A big right hand, and Garen catches the fist and answers back. And look at the athleticism of Garen, the natural athlete Garen Noon, whipping Will Richards off the ropes. No, that scooped him up, and a big backbreaker. We saw Garen, folks, we saw Garen springboard moonsault to the back. Who knew he had it in him, folks? He defeated Big Penne last week in Big Penne's debut. And folks, I've seen a lot of people talking about Big Penne. He reminds people a lot of Big Ben. But I've been told that he's Big Ben's number one fan. And that's all it is. He has sculpted his career around the image of Big Ben. But he's definitely Big Penne, the legitimate Italian. The Tower of Pisa. Even though he spells it incorrectly, you'd think he'd know better. But anyway, Garen defeated Big Penne, but folks, that was after Garen had attacked Totally Not Mark on Tombstone TV. Totally Not Mark defeated Chase Money. And after the fact, Garen came out and attacked Totally Not Mark, Marky Pitts, with that kendo stick, which was an awful thing for Garen to do. And then later in the night, when Garen defeated Big Penne in Big Penne's debut matchup here at Tombstone TV, Totally Not Mark came out onto the rampway, and it led to another brawl in which referees and men from the back had to come out and separate these two guys. A lot of people saying that if Garen doesn't win Contenders tonight, they reckon it's going to be Garen versus Totally Not Mark at Fight at the Opera 3. And folks, I think they're right, to be honest. We'll see how Garen gets on, but he did enter number 3 here. If he goes the distance here and wins the matchup from this spot, who can ever doubt him as being a heavyweight contender? The guy's a former champ, of course, and he's also won a Contenders matchup. And the CWS countdown clock appears on the screen, and again another European uppercut from Will Richards. Bass player of Wild Tiger taking down Garen Noon. And now Garen whipping Will off the ropes. Drop down. And Garen with that telltale backbreaker again. And folks, in at number 4, it looks to me like Fabian Nils, one half of the team Hammer and Nils. And folks, we saw his partner earlier tonight, Jacques Hammer, defeat Ultimo Thunder. Jacques moving forward to the semi-finals in our tournament to determine new number 1 contender for the light heavyweight championship. To challenge beautiful Bruno Bravo at Fight at the Opera. Could we be in a position where Jacques Hammer is fighting for the light heavyweight title and Fabian Nils is fighting for the heavyweight title on the same show? Could Hammer and Nils be about to have the greatest pay-per-view of all time? Garen has gone over the ropes, but he's still in the matchup, fighting away here with some elbows to the shins of Fabian Nils. Fabian, no stranger to to the Intercontinental Champion like Will Richards, no stranger to the Light Heavyweight Championship, a bit like Hiro Satoshi himself. And folks, where's Dragon Noir playing all of this? He won the Stadium Royale, he's got the Future Shot briefcase, and Garen Noon has been eliminated. Garen Noon is not going to win Contenders, he is not going to face Hiro Satoshi for the Heavyweight Championship World. Garen, can we get an interview with you? Garen, what's... You want us to follow you all the way to fight at the upper three? Are you calling out Totally Not Mark? For that you are. You've got your eyes set on that Internet Championship, folks, and Garen Noon, he wants that delicious Internet Championship back. He issued the challenge to Totally Not Mark. We got to see what Marky says about that, but folks, I reckon he'll do that matchup. It's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer for management, surely, and so long as Totally Not Mark is okay to fight Garen again, I reckon that's going to be the matchup for the Internet Championship at Fight at the Opera 3 on Saturday, 15th of February. Will Richards, Fabian Nils, two guys that have been in CWS since the beginning. Fabian especially, first ever. Oh my God, he's been eliminated. Fabian has been eliminated, and Will Richards with another elimination. Can you believe it? The man came down to number 2, and now number 5 is making his way to the ring. Folks, can you believe it? Former heavyweight champion of the world, it's Cara Del Diablo. He never won a Contenders matchup. He won a 5-man battle royal. The same night, Moonbeam Originalis won a 5-man battle royal. They both went to contend against Ren Shem in a triple threat match at the Summer Series. Cara Del Diablo defeated Ren Shem that night and claimed the championship, only to lose the title the very next month. Will Richards would love to eliminate Cara Del Diablo from this bout, folks. Kick across the lower back and Diablo is down. What an absolutely stacked match we've had for you so far, folks. And if you're playing along at home, you know the men that are left in this matchup. Who is going to come down at what spot? Which man's been lucky enough to get that 10th spot, where so many men have won Contenders matches from? Diablo hasn't really had a chance to shine in this one. Will Richards has been able to take the fight to him, but he's just been turned inside out. And look at that forehand shot to the lower back, and Will with the chokehold applied to the Devil. And the Devil stomps down, elbow to the side of the head. Cara Del Diablo trying to drag Will Richards over to the ropes, but Will has found another wind, folks, and he fights back out of it, locks up with the Devil and whips him off the ropes. Drop down, leapfrog, and a massive flapjack there, and the Devil had nowhere to go but send him so straight back down to hell. Big flat body bump, a kick to the midsection, and he's looking for it. Dad axe kick. We saw sweet Kenny Campbell return to CWS earlier tonight, folks. He went for that axe kick and he missed it. And that was the tide turned in that matchup. That's where he lost it. And the Devil now looking to eliminate Will Richards as both men staring down the gauntlet, staring down the entrance ramp. And who is going to be entering next in this one, folks? Is that representing the Cosmic Alliance? The man that won the other 5-man battle royals the same time he challenged Ren Shem and Cara Del Diablo in that triple threat World Heavyweight Championship matchup. It's Moonbeam Originalis, the leader of the Cosmic Alliance. And look at that brisket power slam to the Devil. Cara Del Diablo, Moonbeam Originalis have not seen eye to eye since that night, folks. Moonbeam Originalis reckons he didn't get a fair crack at the Heavyweight Championship that night, and that he wasn't involved in the finish. But them's the breaks, and oh my God, shoot Hurricane Rana. Cara Del Diablo taking down Will Richards, dropping the elbow across the chest. Diablo, the only man standing. He won't allow Will to get to his own feet. He whips him off the ropes, and the Devil drops down. And the Devil goes for a flapjack, but Will had it scouted and punches the Devil on the side of the head. And now look at this. Will Richards has the Devil on the ropes, scooping him up. And the Devil's holding on for dear life here, folks. But Will's got him over the top. The Devil is hanging on to that bottom rope. If Will Richards can just push the Devil off the apron. But it looks like the Devil just put the point of the knee into the point of the elbow into his knee. And he ran straight into that clothesline, that cosmic clothesline from Moonbeam Originalis. We saw the Starry Shine Kid in action earlier tonight, folks, and you'd wonder how Moonbeam Originalis felt following the result of that one. The Devil now having his head bounced off that turnbuckle, and my God, look at these vicious chops. Cosmic chops, if you will, and the Devil now kicking low, but Will Richards takes the leg, and these stiff punches to the face. This is everybody's matchup, folks. Anyone could win this one. Imagine getting these matches. Will Richards and Hiro Satoshi. Getting Cara del Diablo, Hiro Satoshi. Getting Moonbeam Originalis, Hiro Satoshi. Or will it be the next man coming down the ramp, folks? CWS countdown clock appears and we're counting it down. Who's in next? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Lord and Xavier. And you know that wherever the Devil goes, the Lord follows. These two are polar opposites. They're yin and yang. The Lord now dragging Will over to the ropes, and the Lord now with the clothesline, and Will Richards, who's been in it since number 2, has been eliminated, folks. Got shots here from Moonbeam Originales. Cara del Diablo defeated Wrench M to be in this matchup, folks. Let that sink in. Moonbeam Originales defeated Prince Toro to be here in this matchup. Let that sink in. Lord and Xavier defeated Mo Money, and folks, Cara del Diablo just eliminated Moonbeam Originales, and look at this, it's the Lord and the Devil, and the Lord with that step up drop kick, and now a standing moonsault and elbow, and the Lord wants you to see the light. He says the Devil lives in darkness. He wants to show him the path, and look, the Devil now taking the Lord over to the ropes. The Devil is the Lord on the ropes, folks. The year 2025, and the Diablo is the Lord on the ropes. He's gone over, and my goodness gracious, Cara del Diablo, Lord and Xavier, will these two ever put their differences aside? I don't think so. Seven men have entered the match, only 2 are in the ring right now, 3 more to enter. Could we be looking at the next number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship? Will it be one of these men? Or has the next number 1 contender yet to enter this battle? Cara del Diablo now. Stalking the Lord. Oh, the Lord has it scouted. He knew he was going for that Devil Driver, and now the Stigmata Bomb strikes to the head. Lord and Xavier trapping the arm, and folks, the 8th man coming into this matchup. Who's it gonna be? The Lord releases the hold just in time, and folks, that's the music for the Sunset Connection. And look, it's Max Waits. We saw him debut last week and shocked the world when he defeated Major Attraction. The main event, Tombstone TV, and Max Waits, folks, of the Sunset Connection has entered the ring and entered with some force. He's got total control, and look at the strength of this man. He's a god, a Goliath. He's gargantuan, his size. He's a sun-kissed, suntan superhero. There's no one like this man. On a big knee to the back, and he looks to eliminate the Lord, but the Lord drives the knee to the face of Max Waits. And folks, remember, there is no weights like Max Waits. Belly to belly overhead throw, and Max goes flying. The Lord with his eyes set firmly back on Diablo. Max has been taken out of the equation. The Lord is on the ropes, and the Devil kicks him. Super kick over the top. And Lord and Xavier's been eliminated. The Devil now taking the fight to Max Waits, the undefeated in singles action, 1-0. Max Waits, one of the very few men who defeated Major Attraction in ranked singles action, and he has done it. I have been told, folks, that this week he met with Rocky Beach, Sandy Beach, and with Sunny Bay. A lot of things were discussed and hashed out, and he's been welcomed back into the fold, apparently. Will we see Max and Rocky Beach enter the tag team division here in CWS like they did on the Indies? Remember, folks, there's a lot of bad blood between these two. Sandy Beach joined CWS first, followed by Sunny Bay, followed by Rocky B. Oh my God, and Max has eliminated the former heavyweight champion of the world, Cara del Diablo. Max Waits is alone in the ring, and that means our next entrant's coming down, folks. Who's it gonna be? All the way from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, the leader of the Toon Army, drawing number 9 in this bout. Max Waits is up against Parker St. James. representing a shirt he bought on cultaholicshop.com. Parker St. James on the ropes already, and Max waits. He scooped him right up, and he's just lawn darted Parker straight over the top. And Max waits, folks, is in the ring alone again. 2 eliminations. The man just came in at number 8. Who is the last man in the matchup? Is Max going to face Hiro Satoshi for the title? Folks, it's the Grim Reapers. It's the Littlest Reaper himself. Tommy Torque Thompson sneaks up behind. Max waits and knocks him down off the top rope and is stomped in the midsection. Momentum on the side of Max waits, but Tommy Torque Thompson with the kick to the side of the head. Tommy Torque Thompson, could you believe it? Are we living in the timeline, folks, where he is in the heavyweight championship matchup at Fight at the Opera 3? We already know that Jackson Gage Harris is defending the Intercontinental Championship that night up, folks, against his own stablemate friend and partner, the man they call Motor, our current survivor. And folks, could Torque be going to the heavyweight championship matchup as well? Imagine we live in a world where all the men in the Grim Reapers are in title fights on the night except for Wrench M, folks. Are we living in the craziest timeline of all? Could Tommy Torque Thompson get the heavyweight championship of the world? Or will Max Waits be the man to challenge Hiro Satoshi? In a week and a half's time, folks, I can't believe it. Tommy Torque Thompson has the possibility here of doing something great, etching his name on a very short list of contenders. An original roster member, no doubt. Former tag team champion. He held those titles with the man they call Motor of the Grim Reapers. And Max Waits stops the punches. Gut punch. Max whipping Torque off the ropes and follows up. Max allowing Torque to get back in the matchup. Was that sportsmanship or was that just an error? Behalf of the Sunset Connection member. And he scoops up Torque, and Max Waits just launched him over the top, and Tommy Torque Thompson has been eliminated from the contenders matchup, folks. Max Waits, he was the last man to qualify. He's undefeated in ranked singles action. He's 1-0, and now he's your contender. Max Waits is going to the main event. A Fight at the Opera 3. Max Waits, Hiro Satoshi, folks, an absolutely massive matchup, and I can't wait for it. Folks, if you haven't already subscribed to Tombstone TV to CWS, what are you waiting for? Do it right now before you go anywhere, folks, and I hope to see you back here for episode 80 of Tombstone TV next week, folks, for the Go Home Show. Before Fight at the Opera 3, folks, I've been BB. Yeah, you guys have been class. Remember to stay dazed, and I hope to see you here again next week. Massive night there for Max Waits. Massive night for the Sunset Connection, and what will this mean for Hiro Satoshi's title run? See you next week, folks.